Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Art House. So let's do a quick market update. Somehow it's been over 10 days, about 12 days. I think May 5th was the last time we checked out the Sorcery sales on eBay. So I'm at 130point.com. Let's do a little search here. Sorcery Contested Realm picks up most of the sold listings. And yeah, I didn't look at this prior to going live here, so we're just going to take a look and react, see how we did. All right, so see how we, the Sorcery community, did. I'm not selling anything on eBay, just looking at the sales. All right, so May 17th, that's today, we had a booster box, pre-order booster box guaranteed. Misspelled. Let's take a look. So $449.98. It does say Alpha pre-order. It's interesting. It says pre-order. I guess they don't have it in hand yet. But it was listed for $499.98, and it sold for $499.98. All right. So box price is about $500. We have another item that sold yesterday, $498 as well. And then here we go. So a couple weeks ago when we did the video, we talked about the potential risk of shill bidding, and there was some new information that came to light. I won't show the screenshots, but basically there was a bidder that bought several cards, Alpha cards. So one of the content creators received a Alpha pre-constructed deck kit, and in that kit there was one booster pack. So in that booster pack, he was very lucky to hit a foil card. Foils are 1 in every 4 packs, and he got a few other pretty good cards. So those went to auction. I want to say they sold between like $17 and $30-some. There was one card that sold for significantly higher. That was kind of the outlier data point. So those were relisted, and you can see those just closed yesterday. And all right, so what happened was the buyer canceled after he won the auction. So then he contacted the seller, and he was like, hey, I see these videos are coming out. People are talking about it in the Discords and different places about shill bidding and this and that. And what he said was he made a mistake. He did not know that they were not sample cards. I guess he thought they were sample cards, so he kind of bid early, said he put like a certain like high price that he was willing to bid on it, ended up winning the auctions, and canceled them when he realized they were just regular Alpha cards. All right, so I put out a video because a lot of people are confused on the difference between sample cards, Alpha pre-constructed deck cards, and Alpha booster box cards. So I made like a complete guide to Sorcery cards video that I put out like in the past week or so. Got pretty good number of views, but that'll be a good reference for people that are newer to the game or just kind of confused on what's what with the symbology and how you tell the difference between those. So that's what happened. Those cards ended up getting relisted after he canceled, and you see there was only a few bids on each of these. $5, $8.50, $7.50, $6. That's more appropriate. Those cards will not be particularly rare. These are ordinaries and exceptionals, so there'll be a lot of those pulled in boxes or in packs. In each pack you get 10 ordinary cards, a token card, 3 exceptional cards, and an elite or a unique card. And then in the ordinary slot, you have a chance to hit those foils at various rarities, with of course, a lower probability. The one great thing about Sorcery is that there's not a foil in every pack. That's kind of like a pet peeve. I don't understand why games do that. I think that really dilutes the excitement of pulling the foils. So I opened an Alpha booster box on the channel. We had a lot of artist guests. We had Eric, the developer of the game, and Simon Swan, one of their top employees. And in the booster box, it felt really good hitting a foil on average 1 in every 4 packs. It's like it's not too much that it feels diluted, and every time you hit it, you're very excited. It doesn't matter if it's ordinary, exceptional, elite, or unique. Every foil feels special, feels great because they're fairly rare. There's a foil of every single card in the set, so that's 403 cards. That's a lot of foils, a lot of variability in which ones you're going to pull. So you'll be pulling, probably a lot of first-time pulls, sometimes some duplicates. So it'll be really exciting to pull. It kind of feels special to pull it, and it leaves you like itching for more, which is the sweet spot for a developer, I would say, because they want you to open more boxes, right? And we want to open them, we want to collect them all, or as many as we can reasonably get affordably. But with booster boxes at $500, that might be difficult. All right, so this is interesting. We had this says Sorcerer Contested Realm booster box plus 4 starter decks pre-order. So this is pre-order for beta. So this person's selling a booster box as a pre-order and an Alpha pre-constructed kit. So it's beta, so you both $239.99. Oh, out of stock, 5 sold. All right, so he listed 5. He must have sold all 5 at that price of $239.99. So the MSRP on beta is going to be $150 from what we understand. And I think these Alpha pre-constructed kits are going for $40, which is a nice deal. You know, that's $10 per deck. And then you have the booster. We believe there will be a booster pack in there again, like there was for Alpha. So you have some variability and a chance to pull some hits, right? And if you look at the picture, it might be a little difficult to see, but there's a beta symbol on the front of the box for the booster box and also the pre-constructed deck kit. All right, so 150 plus 40 is at 190. For some reason, people are paying a premium on that. Ill-advised, I'd say. I mean, I think those are going to be readily available. We don't even know the full distribution strategy just yet. I think there's very few retailers in the U.S. that have declared. We haven't got an official word on the distributors for beta. So once that opens up with the distributors, the retailers are going to buy boxes from the distributors and sell those on their website or in their LGS or what have you. And then we're going to have plenty of opportunity to buy those like at MSRP or less, I believe. So really doesn't make sense to be paying more than $150 for a booster box or $40 for a pre-constructed deck kit, I would say. All right, binders. So binders were like $50 maybe in the Kickstarter campaign. They're selling for $175. That's hell of a premium for a binder. I mean, the cover art's awesome, and you know they're not gonna. I think they have an Alpha symbol on the zipper, so that's the nuance for Alpha. They're likely to offer these again for beta and beyond, I'm sure. And you'll probably get a beta symbol on the zipper. Maybe a different like artwork, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they'll use the Francesca Berald spellbook back art again. But nevertheless, I mean, $175, that's a little rich for a binder. All right, so you got a playmat. This is interesting. This is the larger 2-player playmat that I feature a lot of my videos. I usually have the Screaming Skull as a single-player playmat. And then underneath that is the really big Mirror Realm 2-player playmat. So that sold for $200. That's a nice little premium as well. An Alpha Pudge Pack for €400. So every backer is going to get a Pudge Pack. This is kind of like one of those unfortunate things where I wonder if someone might have thought that is a sample pack. Sample packs are worth like a couple grand at least, I would say, on average. That's what they tend to sell for. So here you go, another Alpha Pudge Pack pre-sale, $299.99. I don't know. It seems a little rich to me. I guess like there's about 6,400 backers in Alpha. So that's how many Pudge Packs you're going to have. Except in the Avatar of the Realm tier, I think they got 12, I want to say 12 Pudge Packs. So, you know, it's a little more than 64. It's a little more than the total number of backers. All right, so now you got a sample card. It's just an ordinary for Cave Trolls, listed at $299.95, but they accepted a best offer at $165. That's probably reasonable again here for another one, Sandworm. So, you know, those have been going for around $200 on average. That's reasonable. Another Alpha at $490, and then we're getting into like a week old. All right, so booster boxes, they're about $500 still. There's not a lot of sales. It looks like it's a little slower on the pre-orders, and I touched on this last time. The difficulty with selling pre-orders on eBay is they have a policy where you have to deliver the product within 30 days. And there's a lot of uncertainty with timelines. I believe the company said that the boats have hit the port in the UK, so they're being they might be at ShipQuest at this point. That's the distribution hub where they're going to do the unpacking, the single order packing, you know, for the different backers, package those up and get those out. So it looks like we're going to have a staggered delivery is what it sounds like. You might see some of the European regions getting their boxes before the US market. Hopefully not much more of a lag, but the boxes were expected to be in port for the US on May 14th or 15th, thereabouts, a couple of days ago. So now they have to get through, I'm not sure if that means they've cleared customs on the water, if they unpack and then do that, but they got to get through that process, the unpacking, the shipping to ShipQuest for the distribution hub, and then packing those individual orders to get them out to the Kickstarter backers. So that's where we're at. That's the sales. Beyond that, I ran a sample card auction for Nightmare. with an opening bid of $500. So that did not open, that did not sell. That was an elite rarity. So those cards are extremely rare. But I think what's going on is that the market is a little soft on ancillary products besides the alpha product because we're so close to alpha. A lot of people are talking about they're hoping to see a dip in the alpha booster boxes and then buy more product. So a lot of people that backed are looking to get more, hoping that the prices will come down a little bit. I personally think if they kind of come down to 300 to 400 range, there'll be reasonable demand. If they get below 300, I think you'll see a lot of people step in and buy. However, it is a large print, almost 30,000 boxes. So, just rough guessing, I'm sure there's demand for hundreds of boxes. It'll be very interesting to see if thousands of boxes flood the market, and then if there's enough demand to absorb that, or if people start looking ahead and just saying, hey, maybe I'll just buy one box, onesie, twosies type things, hard to absorb thousands of boxes. That could cause some price decreases, met with more buyers depending on how low it comes. I think if it comes between 200 to 300, there's probably going to be a frenzy, and a lot of people will be scooping those up that are really passionate and believe in the project. Others, if it doesn't come down, maybe they'll hold out for beta. But again, that's pure speculation, just my personal guess on how it might play out. And we really know nothing until it's out there on the streets. Even when it hits the European markets, I think we're going to see some price bias, some small sample size sales data points on eBay and other forums. And then we really won't know until they hit the U.S. market and we find out how many people just bought into the Kickstarter as an investment or flipping type opportunity to flip it. Some people say, they've had to wait over a year, so it's not a flip, but we didn't know that, right? We thought we were going to get it later in the same calendar year, like 6 months later after the Kickstarter, and there were some delays, so here we are. Maybe they got impatient and they want out. Maybe the prices are high. I think a lot of people might sell to recoup their initial investments and then keep the remaining product to just enjoy or keep sealed as an investment and see if it goes up if the game has great success like we think and hope it will. All right. So there it is. That's the snapshot. Covered sample card sales on the auctions. There's still great demand for art, I would say. I sold all of the Kythera stones, which is like a twist on the Philosopher's Stone that I worked on with the artist Severin Pignot. And also sold her last Elemental Avatar set. So we did 10, a limited print run, embellished prints. So she hand embellished in great detail all over the 4 Elemental Avatars. And we did a series of 10 of those. So 10 of each avatar. Almost all of them are sold in sets of 4. So all 10 of those sold out. All 10 of the Philosopher's Stone or the Kythera Mechanism Galactic Stone crossover type concept, those are now sold out, and we're looking into some other projects with Severin, with other artists. Let's go to the Facebook page really quick to wrap up, and I want to show you actually a couple things. So let's go and check out my guy Vincent Pompetti, great Italian artist here. He posted something very exciting recently. So he received his art proofs. So they came in this nice binder from the company, Eric's Curiosa, and then he showed a few amazing, beautiful pictures. The Skirmishers of Mew and Stormy Seas sample cards. Now these sample cards, let's take a look close up here, right? So these are square cut in the Alpha product. They're rounded corners, and in the sample cards and all the mainstream products, I'm just noticing this one is creeping out of the sleeve a little bit, so it made me nervous. But they're square cut, like the old school beta MTG. There's a whole story about why Magic did not have alpha sample cards. The beta sample cards are kind of like the alpha for Magic, but they had square corners, so this is kind of like a throwback homage to Magic, which is like a big influence on Sorcery, of course. So it's really cool. They're square cut. You could kind of see in this close-up image, it looks like they're very nicely cut, good quality. Some of the Avatar of the Realm backers started receiving those. I am an Avatar of the Realm backer, so I'll be getting some of those soon and being able to inspect those firsthand. But they look amazing. Vincent got all of his. There's 25 per card in the core alpha set. I'll probably do a separate video on sample cards just for people that don't want to watch a 15-20 minute video and talk about what those are, how they will be sold. There's going to be 25 of each card is in the core alpha set. Unfortunately, we learned that the elemental avatars will not have artist proof cards, and the promo cards will not have artist proof. So Vincent did not get the champion promo card from the Innkeeper pledge. The pledge pack cards are not in there. All the stretch goal type cards that are not in the core set, like the box topper and the pledge pack and those types of things, those will not have sample cards. So it's just the core set, which I think is 403 cards. I forget if that included the 4 elemental avatars or not, since they're in foil only. But, you know, roughly 400 is sample cards. Only 500 of each. So it'll be very rare. I'm going to be working with a lot of the sorcery artists to offer those. So again, maybe a follow-up video to discuss how that'll work. They'll probably be auctioned in the Sorcery Contested Realm community group that I'll show you right here, and also in the Collector Arthouse Discord. So you want to make sure you join this group, Sorcery Contested Realm Community. We have almost 1,700 members in there, closing in on 2,000, hopefully soon. People are joining every day. It has a lot of momentum. The Collector Arthouse has Discord has about 500 people. So I mirror the auction there and also in the Facebook group. That way, if you're on Facebook, you can participate as bids come in there. I duplicate them on Discord and vice versa. So both sides know. If you're on Discord, you could bid on Discord. If you're not on Facebook, a lot of people don't like Facebook. So you have options. There's also an artist proof and altars group on Facebook that I created. So I'm going to see if I could mirror that auction, like cross-post that across the community group and the artist proof group. Just widen the net. Everyone has a fair chance. With 25, I just didn't want it to be like a feeding frenzy where everyone's inundating me with requests and first come, first serve, and someone tries to buy it out or something like that. So it's more fair to do the auction. Those will be public auctions, so we'll have some public data points on pricing and valuation of these. Likely the artists are going to do sketches or paintings based on the card design, and also some fun crossover concepts, kind of like crossing over between work in their portfolio, maybe what some of their specialties are in their own art portfolio outside of sorcery, or crossover concepts mimicking gameplay mechanics, which will be a lot of fun. So a lot of cool designs, a lot of creativity to come. And like I say, artists are just starting to receive those this week, it seems, and they're all over the world, so they're coming at different times. It takes time to do the sketches, the paintings, so it might take a few weeks, maybe even a month or two, until you start seeing those surface. But the best thing to do is like and subscribe and hit the notifications to my YouTube channel, Collector Arthouse. Like I said, I'm going to be working with a lot of the artists, so there'll be a lot of opportunity for those proofs. You want to make sure you're getting notified on YouTube, join the community group, and join the Discord so you're aware of that. I push announcements to all 3 of those places: YouTube, Discord, which is great because I could tag everybody in the Discord so you'll get a notification, and also the Facebook group where I post every day and I keep people informed of what's going on with my own stuff, with artist stuff, with company stuff. A lot of great content here. Great way to stay plugged in. Here was a request for crossover concepts, the one I did with Kyle Calazans with the Ral Drome Dairy and a Doomsday device. So a lot of fun art ideas, and art proof cards. They're amazing to collect. They're super rare. They have that personal artist touch. So exciting times, a lot to look forward to. And alpha boxes are almost here. We're going to see a lot of box openings on this channel. All right, so there you are with the market update. Interesting, $500 a box still. Not a lot of data on pre-con, alpha pre-con kits anymore, so I'm not sure where the pre-con deck valuation is. Really too limited data to say. Maybe a few $100, probably 300, I would estimate. And sample cards are kind of in a lull, not being offered right now. Original paintings are harder to come by, but I do have some of those that I'll be offering at auction as well, so stay plugged in. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Until next time, take care. Happy collecting. Like, subscribe, share the videos. Thank you. Take care.